the video no one's been asking about, but I'm gonna make anyways. So here we go. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood Armenian, back with another video. Today we're talking about 5 things I love about my brand new 2020 Toyota Supra. And as always, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We do car reviews, anything car related, and of course, tons of Toyota Supra content. First thing I love about this car is the exhaust system. How can that not be the first thing on the list? It's just so amazing sounding from the factory. So this car right now is completely 100% stock. I haven't touched, modified anything, not one bit. This car has 2 modes. You have comfort mode and then you have sport mode. I love it. Basically an on and an off switch. I don't need like snow mode, I don't need dirt mode and all that crazy stuff. This is a grand touring sports car. You know, you really only need 2 modes, comfort and sport. So in comfort mode, the exhaust sounds nice but tame, so take a listen to that. Not too bad, right? And in sport mode, that's when things get like bump it up to 11.
The numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11,
and most of
11.
I mean, you can hear the baffles open, so there's a flap that opens up in one of the mufflers back there, and you can just hear that the tone gets a lot beefier and it starts to growl a little bit more at idle. And then the best part, pops, burbles, crackles. Just take a listen to that. So awesome, isn't it? I love it. It makes me giggle like a little kid all the time. I mean, it's so much fun, and it's all stock. It's crazy, and it's so loud. This thing backfires too. I mean, it's insane when I'm driving sometimes, and I just giggle as it's going on. And you don't have to go fast or anything like that. It's really cool. You can just be cruising down the street, let off the throttle, and then pop, pop, bang is what you hear. It's so cool. Second thing I love about this car is the interior of the car. Like, I'm not even gonna get to the fact that, yes, everyone says it's a BMW this, BMW that, BMW interior. So what? It's so nice in here. I mean, soft touch material everywhere. The buttons feel really nice. Infotainment screen is amazing. I have the upgraded 8.8-inch infotainment media system. It's really, really nice looking, very, very crisp and clear. A really nice backup camera, very, very clear. Seats, super comfortable, nice and leather. I have the premium package in my car, so you have all leather seats, very nice and cushiony, and you know, you can adjust the bolsters to however you want it, make it nice and comfortable. It just, everything feels really premium in here, and I don't care that it's, you know, it's BMW. It's nice. You're getting a Toyota with, you know, BMW luxury. What's wrong with that? I really like it, especially if I'm going on a long cruise and, you know, I'm on the highway. Just put it in comfort mode, you know, put up the music, you know, feel really nice and comfortable in here. You have a really cool semi-digital gauge cluster here, a big tachometer right there in the center, huge lettering, really cool, and then you have the speedometer on the left in digital. Third thing I love about this car, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I still love it, is the transmission in this car. This car comes with a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, one of the best automatic transmissions out there, period. I love it. It's really smooth to shift. You know, if I leave it in automatic mode and in comfort mode, it shifts smooth, comfortably. It's not jolting or anything like that. You can barely feel it shift. And then you put it in sport mode and the thing shifts lightning fast for a traditional torque converter automatic. It's pretty quick. From what I've seen in a lot of dual clutch vehicles out there, I personally don't see a difference to get really that mad about, to be honest with you. You get all the benefits of a dual clutch in a way, without the jerkiness and the discomfort of daily driving, or dual clutch, I guess, if you will. I mean, this thing shifts lightning fast. The paddles react really quickly too in manual mode, whether you want to use the paddles or you want to use the gear lever down here. It downshifts and upshifts very quickly, very smoothly as well. You get a nice, you know, burbles and crackles as well through each upshift or downshift. Fourth thing I love about this car, and since we're talking about powertrain and drivetrain in general, let's talk about that motor. The B58 BMW motor is incredible, okay? Just put aside the fact that it's a BMW motor. This thing is awesome. It sounds amazing. Straight six, single twin scroll turbo, 3-liter motor. It sounds great. It's got plenty of power. So Toyota rates this from the factory at 335 crank horsepower and 365 pound-feet of torque. Totally underrated this powertrain completely. It feels more like somewhere closer to 400 crank horsepower and possibly 430 to 450 pound-feet of torque at the crank as well. I mean, my butt dyno definitely agrees with that statement as well. Videos on the internet that show stock dyno numbers or dyno figures on this platform, and it's showing anywhere between 335 to 350 wheel horsepower. That's to the wheels, okay? If this is rated at the crank at 335 from the factory and it's pushing at the very minimum to the wheels 335 on dyno, proven dyno numbers, this thing is pushing way more out the box. And the capability of this motor so far, you see a bunch of big YouTubers out there that are putting power mods to this car, very simple bolt-ons as well, and getting between 400 wheel horsepower to 500 wheel horsepower without upgrading the stock turbo or anything major. That's crazy, and so far it seems to be reliable, so knock on wood. Fifth thing, this is a weird one, but storage space. So I got this car as a sports car. Right? I didn't get this as my daily. I didn't get this as a grocery getter. Or I've seen some YouTube videos where people are complaining about the storage, the space, and this and that. And I get it. There isn't the most space in here. However, for a GT type sports car that you would take somewhere on a long weekend or something like that, there's plenty of space. In the door rests here, there's some space to put, leave napkins and this and small things like that in both the driver and passenger side. There's no center armrest extension, which is, I guess, not the biggest of deals. You got some storage back here, right behind the cup holders. You can fit something small in there as well. You got a cargo net holder here in the passenger side. The glove box basically holds my owner's manual in there. I mean, there's a good amount of space, at least in this cabin area. And then in the trunk, or the hatch, if you will, plenty of space to put a couple of small suitcases. And if you're into golfing or anything like that, you can definitely fit a golf bag in there and a small suitcase or a briefcase, a couple duffel bags. I mean, there's plenty of room in there for using this as a long weekend type of car. Nothing, if you're going to go on a long cross-country road trip, definitely a very comfortable vehicle. It's just, as far as storage capacity and keeping whatever that you need, might not be the best thing. But if you're taking a long weekend to the Cape, or some cabin or something like that, a couple days, I don't see any issues with it. I definitely plan on doing that myself with this car, with my wife, and I've definitely taken the car to to pick up groceries as well on my way, back home a couple days. Hasn't been an issue at all. So a little bonus, I'll add a couple more things that I like about this car, because there's a lot of things I love about this car. Keeping it to 5 things is kind of difficult. I love the looks of this car. So in my opinion, pictures don't do this car justice. So depending on whether you see it in person and the color of the car, whatever suits, whatever you prefer, it will look completely different, and it will look really, really nice in person. I've looked at pictures, and especially the front end pictures, to me, when I first saw it, it was a little weird. I always loved the rear end from pictures. I thought it looked really nice and curvy, and the rear angle, the rear quarter angles look really nice. When I saw this in person, I was jaw dropped to the floor. The headlights are so beautiful. The curve of the front and the curve of the rear, the hips of it looks so beautiful and so sexy. I really, really love the way the design of this car came out. It looks like a really cool sports car, for sure, in person. Nice hunkered and low. Seriously, I love it. I'm having so much fun with it, and I can't wait to bring you all on this adventure with this car. It's going to be so much fun. Stay tuned. And as always, hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Appreciate all the support. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Do you love this car? Do you hate this car? Are you one of those people that are going to tell me to get a C8? Let me know. But till next time, see y'all later. Peace.